The second setback stemming from this consequence of reducing Christianity to a religion from kingdom, is that of syncretism, or the tendency to compare Christianity with other religions, even though we may consider Christianity as a higher and a better form of faith. This is a very basic mistake when we begin to compare our faith with the others. For example, when a young man begins to look at Buddhism, we try to convince him that Christianity is a much better religion, much better than Buddhism or Mohammedanism. And this is a serious mistake the minute we begin to say that Christianity is better. That's not where it's at. We cannot compare. There is no comparison. All the things that will be offered by other religions do not deliver, nor do they save. They are all of this world, and they are the product of human imagination, a product of the human intellect. So let's understand this once and for all. Christianity does not come to complete and measure up to the other religions. This is a very timely subject, especially in our days where syncretism and ecumenism are on the front burner of many religious conferences and meetings. Christianity did not come to measure up and take a stand above the other religions, but to neutralize them and replace them. Because true Christianity does not come to say, well, there's something good in every religion. If we look at things that way, then there's probably some very good verses in the Satanic Bible. No, the truth is that all the religions of the world are works and inspirations of the devil. Do not tell me that Buddhism is not a work of the devil. At least Buddha lived before Christ, and he has some type of an excuse. He lived before Christ. But now that the light came into the world, isn't it a shame for Buddhism to exist? What's worse than this? And this is a great and miserable shame for baptized Orthodox Christians in Europe and in the West to become Buddhists, to leave the Orthodox spirituality for Eastern philosophy. Christ came to destroy all these things, to destroy the works of the devil. Christ said something which may seem a bit heavy. We find it in the Gospel of John. All those who came before me are thieves and robbers, all of them. He did not make any distinctions or any exceptions. He did not say, well, the philosophy of Plato was valuable or nice, or Buddhism and Confucianism have some wise sayings. True, they are not perfect, but they have some wonderful teachings. Or yoga and Tai Chi are helpful spiritual exercises, or TM, transcendental meditation, can be of some help. Let's listen how far this type of thinking is from the truth of Christ. Everyone that came before me are thieves and robbers. What did they steal? What did they rob? The human soul, which is a possession of the living and true God, and its place is in the kingdom of God. And this is Christianity. Try to remember the vision of Nebuchadnezzar, who saw this great statue with bands of various materials, gold, silver, copper, iron, clay. These are the kingdoms of the earth, and if you will, the religions of the earth as well. And Daniel saw a rock uncut by human hand, but this rock was self-cut, self-hewn from an unhewn mountain. In the salutations, one of the salutations says, Here, unhewn mountain. The most holy Theotokos is this unhewn mountain in the visual of Daniel. And the self-cut rock signifies the virgin birth. And this is the rock of Christ. This rock is Christ, rather. This is how Daniel interpreted this dream of Nebuchadnezzar. A heavenly king came and fell on top of this statue and he pulverized and turned it into dust. And the dust was gone by the wind, and the statue was nowhere to be found. And this is Christianity. It did not come to travel and journey along with the other religions or to coexist peacefully with them and learn to get along, but it came to dissolve the false faiths once and for all. Now, after acknowledging all these truths, all these correct positions of Christianity, how can we compare Christianity to other religions? How can we possibly compare it with the false religions of this age? How can we talk about syncretism? Christianity is a kingdom and an inheritance.